What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this reaction video to something a little bit different. Now, the subscribers on this channel will be most used to me doing reaction videos for music videos and things like that. However, as we move towards the date that I'm going to be back on The Breakfast Show, we are going to be focusing once again, on Marvel content because I'm a massive Marvel fan and I am so excited to see that a brand new trailer for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier has just dropped during the Super Bowl. So we're going to check it out for the first time here on the channel. Not really a Patreon thing, anything along those lines, but if you do want to make sure you are subscribing to the channel, that would be very, very cool. Hit that subscribe button, obviously, notifications on, leave a like and a comment, but let's jump into this and do something a little bit different from what we normally do. I am very, very excited.
So, who would like to start? Mr. Barnes, why?
You know what? I'm already loving the theme song for this. Just to let you know, the listeners watching it for the first time, assuming there's going to be sort of Marvel fans watching this for the first time, with this channel, we do a lot of pauses and things like that, and a lot of chopping up, if there's stuff to chop up, so there will be a lot of pauses. Just so you're aware, I'm sure you'll be fine with that, but just so you're aware, I need to let people know.
Sam aggravate you?
15 seconds to drop.
Okay.
So what's our plan?
So this is all footage we've already seen. Presumably this is footage we saw from the Disney Expo, I think it was, the Disney Investor Center thing they did. We've seen a lot of this footage before, but apparently this trailer does feature new footage, which is what I'm excited for more than anything else.
Great.
Superheroes.
Wow.
Cannot be allowed.
Where is this? Because that cityscape, that's not, as far as I'm aware, that's not New York. Unless New York has changed significantly. This looks like it's a brand new place. Now, I don't know if this is going to be based in New York, presumably, because I know Zemo's a big Black Panther villain, and obviously he's Hydra as well, so it's going to be interesting to see where it's actually set.
To exist.
Zemo!
I have no intention to leave my work unfinished.
Tell you what, I am so excited to see Zemo in action again. I'm a massive Marvel fan, and he's so much bigger in like the cartoons and the comics than he has been portrayed in film so far. He's just like a manipulator in film so far, but in comics and stuff, he's a lot more kind of on the front line with what he does. So this should be. I'm so excited, man. I'm just like, Marvel gets me so excited.
The world's upside down right now.
That's a point as well. Oh! Did we just see Bucky catching it instead of Falcon? This is where it's going to get interesting, because all the footage we've seen so far, and even the name, we've seen Falcon just with the normal wings. So obviously there's a new suit we saw in that canyon scene, but in general, we haven't really seen him with the shield apart from holding it occasionally. So I wonder, out of the two of them, who's actually going to be holding the shield. Surely it's going to be the Falcon holding it. But I don't know, this is where the series is going to get interesting. We just saw Bucky catch it, which I'm assuming, like, we've seen loads of people holding the shield, so I don't think that's too significant.
Where do we start?
Okay.
Buck, I have a plan. Oh, yeah? What is it?
Is you ready?
Oh! Wasn't expecting to see her. That's good. I've got a real thing with characters returning in the MCU, and obviously that's I believe that's Peggy Carter's daughter. I can't remember her first name, but that's going to be sick to see if she's heavily involved as well. I don't remember if that was announced at the Disney Expo. It may well have been, and I may well have forgotten because of how much got announced. But yeah, cool to see her involved.
Here we go again, huh?
We've been grinding hard on the job. Can't take that from
Oh,
Are you ready?
I want to know who this Donnie is as well, because as far as I'm aware, in the comics, someone else takes up the mantle of Captain America who isn't Captain America, as far as who isn't Steve Rogers, sorry, not Chris Evans, who isn't Steve Rogers and who isn't Falcon, and it's just like a government person in a suit, from what I'm aware. So this should be interesting to see how this develops. It's interesting they've played this scene for the Super Bowl as well. This is the thing about that. We're going to rewind and get into that properly, but this is the thing I'm excited for this. It's to see the kind of combat scenes, because Falcon isn't enhanced like physically, from what I'm aware, he isn't physically enhanced in any way. Obviously, he doesn't have the super serum. Bucky's kind of got the programming and obviously the arm as well. So he's got almost like an augmented kind of power set. But Falcon is essentially a guy in a suit, which is similar to how Ant-Man is. But it's going to be interesting to see how they build that into combat, because every other one of the series is, as far as I'm aware, there's some sort of actual physical power. So it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce off each other. So he can throw it, we'll say that. And this is already looking kind of crazy. This just reminds me of the scene in The Matrix more than anything else. This is so crazy, bro. I'm well excited.
Hello, girl, kick your ass.
That's the other thing as well. There's going to be a lot of humour in this show. I think the back and forth between the two actors is going to be really interesting to watch as well. And those two, given, because they've always been side characters, you know, they've been like important characters, but they've never been like leading figures. Which is going to be interesting to see those two take the lead, similar to how, to an extent, Wanda and Vision have been kind of not necessarily lead. They've not been side characters, but they've never been in leads. That's why WandaVision's been so interesting so far, properly exploring them. But it's going to be really cool to see Falcon more so, because Falcon's always been a side character in every sort of film he's been in. Winter Soldier's had a film named after him, you know, so that should be cool. There we go. March 19th.
See?
That March 19th, that is only 5 weeks away. 6 weeks away? This is what I'm saying, bro. Marvel are absolutely killing it this year. I am so excited to see what they have to offer.
That wasn't so hard.
Are you ready? Hey. Is you ready? Ready?
Okay.
You say you ready.
What are you doing?
Whole squad ready. Ready?
Are you having a staring contest?
Are you ready? Ready? Is you ready?
This is where it's gonna get funny, man. Just because these two, the only time we've ever seen them like next to each other, is in the car. I think it is in Civil War, where they're sat there, where Steve Rogers is talking to the daughter who we saw in this trailer, and when they're in the fight scene with Spider-Man as well. So it's going to be fun to see how they play off each other. They have quite like a back and forth relationship anyway. So essentially being the two sort of sidemen in the Captain America story. So yeah, really, really funny.
Just blink. Sweet Jesus. I mean, how old are you?
That's a bit of a mad question to ask Bucky, you know, because he's like, what is he now? He's like 90 or something? 85, 90, around that sort of time? Maybe a bit less. About 80. Yeah, at least 80. There we go. That trailer, wow. There's a lot of new footage in there. A little bit more kind of about plot and how things are going to be working by the looks of things. I think we are going to see Anthony, and we're going to see a bit more from Anthony Mackie than we're used to seeing. I think it's going to be cool to see him in a lead, and then obviously Winter Soldier's a cool character. You know, he's always been a cool character in the Marvel franchise, so to see him kind of take center stage again alongside someone that isn't Captain America should be quite cool to watch as well. It's going to be interesting to see what characters they pull in. Obviously Zemo's sort of been revealed to be the main villain. Obviously we've got I can never remember Peggy Carter's daughter's name, but obviously she's in it clearly. It's going to be interesting to see who drops in. I've got a funny feeling that War Machine will drop in, realistically. He's very much involved in that sort of government agent sort of thing. We aren't going to see Scarlett Johansson. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Hawkeye maybe land. And yeah, maybe even just a couple of the more sort of government-y figures that we haven't seen for a while. So yeah, it'd be cool to see Nick Fury maybe pop up. That'd be quite cool to see. But there we go. That's been my reaction to this one. Obviously, regular listeners to this channel will know this isn't the normal sort of video we do, but we are going to be getting into more sort of Marvel-related content, more Star Wars content as well, sort of just reaction trailers and things like that, because I'm a massive fan of big lore series, essentially, and expanded universes. So we're going to get into these more often. I hope you did enjoy this video, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Press, place. Who's the boss man?
Yo, this is Skepsis and you're listening to Cubreacts.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.